Hi, I'm Damien Britton. I'm here to help you rewire air-cooled bus. We have Mr. Rivera's 69 bay window bus here, and from what I understand, a lot of the other air-cooled vehicles use the same wiring diagrams and the same schematics. So we're going to walk you through what fuse panel to buy from the junkyard, what to get from local parts stores, and we'll also walk you through on how to solder everything and shrink tube everything correctly so you don't have any fires, or if it rains, you don't have any shorts. The harness we're doing is about $230 in product overall, and it'll be weatherproof, and it will last for the duration of the vehicle's life. We went to the local junkyard and were able to find a fuse panel out of a 93 Isuzu. I try and prefer the fuse panels out of the early 90s, late 80s cars because they're very simple. It doesn't require another panel to make these fuses work correctly. This piece right here is very simple. You have one primary fuse, and then you have all of your ancillary outputs. So usually what I do is just isolate the primary right here, and then I'll run my switch to your dashboard, and then you have different wires that go to relays, and we'll get into that later on. But the key component is to make sure that there's no electronic modules that go in the back of your fuse panel to make the install more complicated. We want to make things as simple as possible, so the owner of the vehicle can do it themselves in the driveway, not have to go ask for outside help. The tools I'll be using for this will be your basic, hand tools. Just about everything on the vehicle can be taken apart with a 3/8 basic socket set metric, of course. For today, I'm using my Accutron meter that I got from AutoZone. It's really cheap, and it's able to check crank signal and do dwell cycle testing, ohms, voltage, just like every other voltmeter. And I really like it. It's really good to have as a car owner that does their own work. Really neat product. But if not, a standard voltmeter will work just fine. This is just a basic, $15 Radio Shack voltmeter. I've had it for, 7 years with no problem. Next product is a digital soldering gun. I got it at Radio Shack for like $70. I love these things to death. I've probably had 6 or 7 over the years of building custom cars, and they end up in the hands of younger kids that I can never find. We also went down to AutoZone and got red and black primary wiring, and we got the smaller gauge wiring to match. This will be for like radios and like basically some of the medium amperage draw stuff like headlights. I got all the colors they had available to me to try and color coordinate my wiring onto the dashboard. I bought a new relay, very basic setup, 4-wire. This will be used for the dashboard key-up. Basic 3-wire flasher relay. These have been around forever. Very easy to wire up. We'll show you how to do all this later on. You don't have to buy as much shrink tubing as I did, but I really like to make things weatherproof, and I hate to have to go before in the middle of a project, so I always buy extra, and then, smiles later when you have leftovers, Basic connection kit from Radio Shack. It has all your spade connectors, and it has your ground offs. I don't use the plastic that's on them. I prefer to go ahead and, get a lighter, heat up the plastic, and pull up the plastic. I like to do shrink tube over the connector, so it's a nice weatherproofing, and everything's soldered, so it's a cleaner look, and it just, it's a much nicer finish when you're all done. And I bought one extra 16 to 14 gauge connectors as well, and I do the same thing. You'll be using a lot of these. Throughout the day, we'll be removing all the old components, lights, tail lights, turn signals. This vehicle is a very basic build-up because he doesn't have an AC system and he doesn't have a heater hookup as well. But when we do our harness, we'll actually have all the circuits available, so as you follow our steps along the way, you'll be able to see how to hook up your AC system if you do have one. We do have his system here with the entire assembly, so we can show you how to rewire that as well later on. Referring to illustrations throughout the videos and throughout the audio, and we'll have all the illustrations available through email or through YouTube as well. And yeah, hope this is easy for you.